Hey guys, and welcome back to the Cardinal Park case, and today I'll be playing Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Sarah. Isn't that a body part? After calling the police, the corpse is taken to the lab in your office. Meanwhile, divers have managed to find other items of interest that could be connected to this case. You don't know why, but this corpse looks oddly familiar to you, and that fact has been driving you insane. You just want Abbott to give you some evidence of who this is. Mr. Cypress, could you come over here for a sec? Have you ID'd the body yet? Is there any way that we can find out who she is? Oh, he doesn't recognize her. Oh. You attend Libretto University, right? This can't be good. Yes, I do attend Libretto University. Abbott hands you the purse bound at the scene. You don't like the fact that someone so young was murdered. You sift through the purse with your gloved hands, handling it gently. You come across a wallet, exactly 123 inside of it. No robber would pass up that much money. Instead of the wallet, you come across a photograph, presumably of the girl's parents. Both of her parents have faces that you can only describe as sweet. They don't look like the kind of people who would be targets for murder. They're gonna be in pieces when they find out. You think to yourself as you imagine how the scene will play out. Before your imagination gets too carried away, something catches your eye. The logo for Libretto University. Her Libretto University ID. You pull the card out and... your throat is beginning to close in. You don't even feel as if you're actually experiencing this. You feel like you're watching some horrible, twisted movie play out. Emma is the girl you were just speaking to a couple hours ago. You told her that you'd be there for her. And look at her now. It's no wonder that the corpse appears so familiar to you. You're just in denial about it. You don't even realize that you're shaking as you hold her ID. Hey, you okay? You nod your head in silence. The good thing about that is the fact that you'll have an easier time solving this one. What makes you assume that this will be easier? The fact that we attend the same university? Yeah, you have an easier time getting information about her. You restrain yourself from sobbing on the spot. You can't let her see that. Fine, you do have a point. I should be able to gather more information about the victim. Anyways, back to the report. She exclaims jovially, acting as though she hasn't just performed a bunch of tests on a murdered college student. Honestly, I have no clue what exactly killed her. That's concerning. You see, there's a lot of things that could have killed her. It's almost comical just how thorough the killer was. This girl was beaten, stabbed 43 times, burnt in several places, fed bleach. Oh my god, this person was cruel. And obviously thrown into Cardinal River. In addition, the perpetrator tried to saw her body apart. You feel like you're going to vomit just thinking about the order in which this torture played out. I can't tell if the killer decided to beat a dead horse or not. Have you found any sort of DNA on the corpse? Some of the fingernails were torn off. Maybe they tried to scratch the perpetrator? We're gonna do that in an hour or so. You gotta get the tech ready. The new cutting edge stuff. Right. Look kid, you look a lot paler than usual. You gotta get some rest in the office. You want to retort with something snarky, especially since she called you kid. Still, you can't deny that she means well. Oh my god, so you didn't even realize. I thought you recognized her right away, but maybe you were just in denial. Her, the corpse lies under this blanket. For some reason, you hate the idea of a corpse being laid to rest in a cold, sterile place like this. An empty table used for corpses. Anything else that could be important here? A bunch of forensic tools. DNA samples, best not to touch them. Alright, let's go rest in the office. Over here? What's wrong with you? What exactly do you mean? You look like you've seen a ghost. I mean, I did just see the corpse of someone I knew. How'd they die? And don't give me any of that stabbing bullshit, that's just so normal for murders. You don't exactly see how there could be anything normal about a literal murder. Okay, people are kind of weird. Oh. You sit down in your seat, attempting to process the fact that Emma's dead. Yeah, that's going just about as well as you can expect. If I wasn't such an idiot, she'd be alive, right? Maybe if I didn't waste my time arguing with that stupid Cox, I could have gotten to the scene sooner, right? You continue bargaining in your mind over and over again, wondering if Emma would be alive if he had done anything differently. His case is different from many of the ones you covered in the past. In those cases, you can only intervene when it was impossible to actually save someone. You still assign yourself the blame for not saving the poor victims, but at least you also knew that it made no sense to blame yourself. So eventually, you're able to push that guilt to the back of your mind. This case, on the other hand, hits a little too close to home for comfort. You bury your face in your arms. You know that everyone else will realize that you're crying like the little wuss you are. But at least you have the dignity to try and hide your ugly, sobbing face. No one else should have to be affected by your stupid emotions. Gosh, don't be so hard on yourself. Hey, what's the matter? Without a thought, you respond in a blubbering tone. This girl is dead because of me. Maybe if I wasn't such a freaking jackass, I would have realized that leaving her alone was a recipe for disaster. So, a girl died before you can kiss her? What? Quickly wipe your tears with the sleeve of your sweater and get up to be greeted with... Him? Are you freaking kidding me? What the hell are you doing here? Ah, it's exactly what you needed. You need a sleazy dude to come into the office and listen to you have a breakdown over the death of a girl that he harassed. Great, just absolutely positively super fragile expeditious? Now, you're not usually one for throwing punches and kicks. Right now, you really want to make an exception to your anti-violence moral code. But no, you have to play nice. Aw, did you miss me? You then hiss under your breath. What do I look like to you, your dog? Jeez, relax, man. Don't tell me relax, man, alright? Aren't you used to corpses or something? Not the corpses of people I know. Or corpses of girls you love? Quit projecting your romantic feelings for her onto me. You know damn well that you're losing your cool. He's having a blast watching your descent. Fine, just trying to help. You're doing everything but helping just by being here. I am helping. I just got called to help ID the girl. I already ID'd her. Haven't you heard of having multiple people corroborate a story? Yeah, I thought so, Mr. Famous Detective. For some very not obvious reason, you hate the idea of the sleazy, annoying Edward Cox being in the same room as the victim's corpse. Well, Abbott's in the room with them. Shouldn't try anything with her in there, right? Besides, I know that he's immature, but he'll at least take a murder seriously, right? I don't know about that, honestly. Is that Oliver? Screw me for believing in Cox. You barge into the lab hoping to prevent a tragedy. Abbott, what happened? Did he hurt you? Are you... What the hell? Well, at least you now know that your initial hunch was right. Hey man, this isn't what it looks like. You see, Emma's promised- That's crazy! Oh my god, there's something mentally wrong with them. Emma promised me a kiss and... With the way that you were rubbing your hands up and down her body, I don't think that you were just giving her a kiss, you degenerate. Degenerate? Me? You whip out a pair of handcuffs, ignoring Edward's resistance. Oh, Oliver, I didn't know that you were into me. You think that this is a joke? You, Edward Cox, are under arrest, and before you ask for what, it's for tampering with evidence, and if I could, I'd add on necrophilia. You got the right to remain silent. Frankly, it would benefit both of us. You arrest Edward's shameless ass and put him in police custody. No, because, like, there's something mentally wrong with them. But if his family's rich, they would just bail him out, right? Your victory against Edward Cox rings hollow, as you realize that any DNA found in Emma now is going to be useless. Abbott, before that man came in here, did you manage to get any DNA matches? The kid went for her right before we were about to get the DNA. But it's not like it would matter. Any DNA must have been swept away while it was under the ice, right? I was hoping that there'd be a chance of DNA working at least. It's fine. What good detective uses DNA as a crutch, correct? Well, actually, there's a lot of cold cases that could have been solved with the help of DNA, so... Ugh. Not helping, Abbott. Not at all. I think I'll stop now. Don't worry about it. You're not to blame for this predicament. Technically, I'm to blame. I didn't think anything of it when you went into the lab. To be fair to yourself, though, we did call him to ID the victim. The victim and him both go to the Bretzel University. Yeah. I have reasons to believe that Cox might be a suspect in this case. Well, just like all the other cases, narrow down the suspect list, right? Try to find every possible suspect. And if you can't find any reasonable suspects, just find the maniac who did it. Well, first off, do we have any clue of where the victim was dumped from? That's a good starting point. Although we don't have many detectives right now to survey the area. Most of the other detectives have already clocked out for the holidays, and I don't think that they care very much about this case. So I guess we're just gonna be the main people working on this. In that case, I better get going right now. We don't want to stay out too long in Cardinal Park. What happened? Whoa, slow down. Isn't it way past your bedtime, kid? I don't have a bedtime or anything of the sort. I'm an adult for crying out loud. Are you sure that's a good idea to go out now of all times? You know, the most likely time for serial killers to be out and about. If I do come across a serial killer, then I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll be able to arrest the serial killer, and I'll find where Emma's body was dumped from. Okay, but you're just ignoring the fact that the serial killer could, kill you. It's fine, the sooner I find the dumping grounds, the better. It's supposed to snow tonight, right? So the dumping area would end up buried tomorrow. Okay. Oh, so you're gonna put yourself in danger to make it slightly easier to find the dump area. Got it. That'll be fine. Bye, Oliver. I'll get a forensics kit ready for your corpse. No time to leave now. Can't believe he did that with a corpse. That's actually insane. Who's this? He always found this man to be a bit peculiar, to say the least. He straight up introduced himself as Clock. He believed that he's just an alias and that he's actually some undercover agent or something. In addition, many of his behaviors are rather catty, to put it lightly. For instance, right now he's watching the clock ticking, almost like a cat. Weirdly enough, he seems absolutely enveloped by the clock's ticking. I decide to snap him out of his hypnosis. Excuse me? Jeez. Oh, it's just you. You didn't notice me come in? I was just busy talking to my grandfather. Your grandfather? You decide to stop asking questions. Clearly this man is a secret agent. I think he's just crazy. I guess there's something else here. Well, let's just leave. Oh wait, the agency is right there? Oh, my bad. I had no idea it was just right there. Let's go back up into the park. We begin walking through the forest, hoping that nothing else screws this investigation up. You really should be scared shitless right now, but you aren't. There's something eerily calm about being outside late at night, with no one present. At least you're pretty sure that you're the only one out here. After some more boring walking, you come across a fork in the path. Heard that there's a point where every wrong turn will just take you back to the place you started off. Problem is, I bet that some people have gotten so lost that they forget where they even started off from. You're beginning to slightly regret disobeying Abbott. But you also know that I just can't give up this case, or this investigation. I'll stay here till dawn if necessary. And there has to be some way to get through the forest without driving myself insane. 3. Well, actually, I guess I gotta save it at this point. Oh look, a sign! With its arrows torn off. The signpost had one job. Well, I can't exactly blame it if someone else tore the arrows off. You're barely able to make out what the plaque says in the darkness. It reads, if you seek the proper path, tilt your head up. Okay. That means go straight, right? Well, I guess go straight. You continue treading through the forest. But you end up right back where you started. I don't think that was the right path. What kind of forest is this? And who would tear off signs like that? Oh, okay. Oh, man. I gotta just look up. Right here. Into the forest, and I ended up right back. Okay. Again, I wasn't the right path. Okay, so that was red. I have to go here, up this way. Man, are you serious? 3? Wait, all these are blocked, aren't they? Oh wait, here, it's an axe. An axe stuck to a tree stump. Got no clue who could be chopping trees here. But it's really convenient, since now you'll be able to chop these logs up. Use what little strength you have to pull the axe out. Oh, okay. When the pointer's on red. Finally managed to get the axe out, though your arms burn with pain as you carry the axe. Got an axe. Awesome. Now which way do I go? Maybe this way? Hopefully. Again, chopping up the log. Cue the spam. After hacking away at the log, it finally breaks, clearing the way for you. Please let this... Oh no, it's not the right path. Okay, finally. Let's just go through. Another one? Well, why is the forest on fire? Shit, how did that wood catch on fire? That doesn't make any sense. What's this? Although you're a pretty tall guy, you can't climb over this rock formation. Maybe you got something to help? You'll be able to get past it? Is there anything here? How is it... You're not crazy enough to walk through the little fire, are you? I don't understand. How is there a fire here? Cute snowman. For the snow to be packed like this, it will probably be much wetter than the snow on the ground. I think I've got an idea. What? Oh. You decided the best course of action was to rip the poor snow one's head off. Okay, so now we can use that. This is another snowman? Oh, okay. Weird. I didn't notice that there. Alright. Oh, here we go. Hold on, can I use it here? Oh, duh. I'm so dumb. Oh. Okay, I gotta use it to put out the fire. And I was gonna snack the heads against each other and use it to climb up the rock. I'm so dumb. Alright. Now we got the plank. Now we can go up and go up these rocks. You prop the wooden plank up against the rock. Climb the wooden plank and now and across the rock formation. Continue treading through the forest. Please let that be the last. Oh my god. But you end up right back where you started? Again? Up here. Continue walking through the forest, making sure to keep a fast pace. Oh. My god. I think we arrived. This is where she was killed? Oh. This seems to be the place you're looking for. The blood in the hole in the eye should make that bloody planting dam obvious. A chill climbs up your spine as you recognize that the clothing on the ground is a Moonville's uniform. Upon looking inside the uniform, you find a tag that confirms your suspicions that this is Emma's uniform. So this is it then. The area Emma was dumped from. You begin snapping photos of the scene and taking notes about it, making sure to be thorough as possible. Just as you're getting into it, however, you notice a reflection in the camera lens that is not yours. On pure instinct, you turn around and put your right hand in your coat pocket and pepper spray in hand. You ready your shaking body to come face to face with a serial killer. However... Mother? Your mom? Her short, innocuous stature contradicts the aura around her. Clearly, she's not happy with you. Mother, what on earth are you doing here? I should be asking you that question. What are you doing here with that barista uniform? You didn't come out here to date behind my back. Oh yeah, it's confirmed that his mom is... she needs help. Of course not, I'm working on a case right now. Gosh, not the dating stuff again. You get why she's so against you dating. After all, that would distract you from what really matters. But you don't get why whenever you so much breathe behind her back, that's the first thing her mind jumps to. Holly, do you promises mean nothing to you? You say you come home, and I have you all to myself. What happened to that promise? Why are you still out here? This case just landed on me today. Since there's almost no one at the office, I have to solve it. Well, what's the rush in solving this case? Did someone important die, or do you take personal interest? Her words scathed your mind. You can't shake the feeling that she knows the latter option is true. The victim is of no one of importance. So why are you out here at 2 in the morning? You never stay out this late and in this weather. This is how I usually work, and I'm perfectly fine with it. Now, why are you out here? It's dangerous to be out here alone at this hour. I'm here because of you. I'm here to take you back home. Mother, I'm an adult, and at that, an adult on the job. I have to stay and finish up my notes. You've got a camera for a reason, right? Just take some pictures and come home. If not for my sake, then your sake. Ugh, I don't want to. What do you mean? I'm fine. I'm gonna resist. What do you mean? I'm fine right now. Ugh, really now? Perhaps she does have a point. The pale skin, blue lips, and shaking body aren't exactly the best examples of being fine. You look around, trying to make sure that there isn't anything else important. And you snap as many photos as you can, all under Mother's watchful gaze. All is silent as you walk with her back home. Dude, you have to escape her. After your long night of investigating, you should probably get some rest. Like, I don't even think she'll ever let him go, honestly. Cause then she'll be alone, in her, like, mind. Go to bed. I don't feel like spending time with you. I don't know how he deals with her. Time to go to sleep. You fall asleep very quickly, within less than an hour, at that. Usually you have more trouble falling and staying asleep. After such an exhausting day, you really needed the rest. Where is he? Hi, Mom. What are you doing? Waiting. We bake cookies together. I think it's really fun. Fine. Can Dad join us? It's more fun when it's all of us. Holly, you know the answer to that question. I was waiting for your father to come home. So he's working on detective stuff? Yes, that's why he's not here with you and me. Do you know the stuff he's working on? It's fun hearing about that. You only like hearing the glamorous stuff about saving people. But he never tells you about the stuff that really matters. Fine then. Want me to tell you something about the case he's working on? Yes, please. Do you remember Mrs. Barrett? Yeah, that kind lady who comes over to read with me. She hasn't been here in a while. Mother's voice takes on a slightly agitated tone. And do you know why she hasn't been here? She's dead. She just had to go and get herself killed. I don't like his mom. His mom is just seems jealous and vain. And do you know what she's doing right now? Dead people can still do things to those alive. Horrible, awful things. That bitch is taking father away from me. She tried to do it when she was alive, and she's doing it again. Oh. So she suspected her husband of cheating? Maybe she just suspects it didn't really happen. She's my father isn't here at home with us. Because she went and got herself beaten, stabbed, burnt, fed bleach, and thrown into Cardinal River? Huh? I bet that she got herself killed like that on purpose. The more of a spectacle that she makes out of it, the more Asher will stay away from us. So this is the work of a serial killer, it seems. Why would someone kill someone like Mrs. Barrett? She was so nice to us. This world is a shitty place. The one saving grace is karma. You might have thought that Mrs. Barrett was undeserving of murder, but I think that karma just caught up to her. Ugh. Good morning, Oliver Cypress. The day that awaits you is another day of detective stuff. You get out of bed and comb your fluffy hair with your fingers. It's been a while since I had that dream. Dreams aren't important right now. It is important. That dream was very important, Oliver. I had to figure out how I'm going to carry out this investigation. Maybe I should start by finding out where Emma lives. Her parents should be the first people to know about her. Okay, time to leave. Is Mom asleep? Oh, she's here. Say goodbye to... Oh, man. Yeah. I don't want... Oh, just to give her peace of mind. You gently whisper in her ear. Bye, Mother. I'll be home soon. Yeah, it's just better that way. At the very least, she knows she doesn't feel abandoned by him. Strange, the door is locked. Goodness, has Mother locked the door again? On weekends, Mother has this nasty habit of locking the front door with a padlock. It's an attempt to prevent you from working on cases? My god. Given how urgent this case is, you should try to find the front door key. This is actually not an unhealthy environment at all. Umbrellas. Shoes. Okay, but it must be in her room, right? I just gotta go searching in there. Let's go in the drawers. Nothing in here. Oh, her closet. Only landline. Oh, I don't know any phone numbers, my bad. Jewelry. Nope, nothing in here. What if it turns out his mother is the killer? I don't know why. It just seems... I mean, if she is, it would make sense because she wants Oliver all to herself. Nothing here. Where else to find it? Not here. Kitchen, maybe? An empty coffee cup. Oh, okay. Turn the sink on and fill the empty cup with water. With water? Oh, is it in the fireplace? Like, let me go see actually. Well, the key would melt, right? Oh, it is. She put it in the freaking fireplace? Oh my god, she's actually insane. To Cobalt Street or the graveyard? Cobalt Street? Because we gotta know where or Emma lives, basically. Okay. Do you have any information on the victim's address? I'm going to inform her parents of her death. Alright, let me just get the papers out. There you go. Abba hands you a sheet of paper with Emma's address printed on it. Thank you, Abbott. I should probably head back home now. I need to change into something more suitable for breaking the news. Alright, back home we go. Should I talk to these two again? Nah, it's okay. You change into something a little bit more suitable for breaking the news of a death. Alright, this outfit should be fine. And we'll go to the Greenwood home. Nope, you need to get flowers. That's what you have to do. You're gonna steal flowers from the graveyard. Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay. This tomb reads Lily Bullerose. Flower plucked too soon. Died of an allergic reaction to roses. You put roses on there? At the foot of the tombstone was a bouquet of roses. Maybe these flowers? Oh, okay, it's those flowers. I thought we were gonna have to steal a bouquet like there. I feel like, well, whatever. Alright, now to the Greenwood home. You walk over to the address that Abba gave you. For better or for worse, the Greenwoods don't live too far from your home. Still though, you have to walk quite a good distance through the cold, empty streets. You take your sweet time walking there, a foreboding feeling forcing your head down. You know that this is almost always the worst part of carrying out an investigation. Given how you already felt uneasy about Emma's death, you figured that this would be best to get this out of the way. Firstly, finally you reach the Greenwood home. Hello, is anyone home? Huh, seems as though no one's home. That comes out of your mouth more blissfully than you wanted. Usually, you'd be slightly on edge if the victim's family wasn't present. I guess that's just like everything else about this case. It's different from what you're used to. Yes? Ah, looks like though you aren't getting away from informing the parents. Hello, are you, Mrs. Greenwood? Yes, and you are? Oliver Cypress. I'm here because I have to tell you something about your daughter. The woman before you stands speechless. Oh my goodness! You're not sweet, boy. My baby has been telling me about... Oh no. What? Oh hell no. Poor woman had her hopes up so high and you're absolutely going to destroy them like the scumbag you are. You found my daughter, right? She told me about what a great detective you are. Technically you did find her daughter. However, you don't know she'd be happy about hearing that you found her dead instead of alive. Oh, please do come in. I'll get you some coffee. Thank you for the offer, but coffee is really not necessary. Mrs. Greenwood escorts you inside the little home. Please do you make yourself at home. Thank you. Well, don't just stand there. Tell her that her kid is dead. Then you expect her to tell you everything about Emma. Sure she doesn't know already? So, Mrs. Greenwood, this is quite the nice house. Ah, thank you, though it has been a while since I've tidied up the place. Although, it could be perceived as rude to ask why, you need as much information as you can get. Oh, why's that? Well, ever since my husband's funeral, I've just been languishing around. My condolences. Oh, don't be sorry, I'm already over it. Ah, this isn't gonna be good. Judging by her dark clothing and running mascara, you figure that this funeral happened quite recently. You highly doubt that she's over it, in spite of her upbeat mood. How am I going to tell her? She's already dealing with another person's death. Now, you said that you're here because of Emma, right? Yes, I'm here to speak to you about her. Are you going to marry her? Marry her? Yes, that's why you're here without Emma. You're going to ask me for my blessing, right? That escalated rather quickly. No, I'm here because... Do I tell her? You already know. I mean, keeping it from her is not going to do her any good. I should find out sooner or later. Maybe I'll break it gently. There's something important I need to tell you. Gonna pop the question to her, aren't you? And then I'll give Emma the dress I married her father in. Oh, and maybe. Look, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're getting off topic. But it's really important that we speak about the wedding. You're quite serious about this, aren't you? I know it might sound silly to you, but it's a big deal for us. Emma had always wanted to get married and have children. Hearing all this about Emma from her mother, it's gonna be even harder to break the news. Mrs. Greenwood is never going to see that come to fruition for her daughter. Oopsies, look like you're building Mrs. Greenwood's hopes for the future up too high. And it's all gonna come crashing down. Such a good person you are, you sick. I thought I was gonna have to let her know. I just wanted to let her just gently let her down, dancing around the truth instead of telling her outright that Emma's dead. Oh my, what a saint we have here. Look, Mrs. Greenwood, I'm not here to talk about marriage. I'm here to talk about something more concerning. Oh? Well, surely it can't be that bad. The worst you could tell me that she's dead. Yeah. And the worst option, you will tell her. Right? Emma's dead. I just had to break it to her. Emma's dead, Mrs. Greenwood. You know, I like you. I like your dark jokes like that. Emma's not dead. She's alive and well. Emma is alive. Emma's alive. Emma is alive. Now, while I love dark jokes, please don't tell me that one again. Mrs. Greenwood, why would I joke about something like this? To get my blessing for marriage. I've always wanted my little Emma to marry a handsome young man like you. Besides, we both like that kind of humor. Emma must have told you so. She is dead. She died yesterday. I'm the one investigating her death. That's why I came here, because you need to know about her. The whole back breaking down into an I'm sorry fit. I told you not to tell that joke again. You're here to marry her. Why else would you have flowers? They're for you. Taking this news is a horrible experience. Emma isn't dead. Now stop joking about this. Please forgive me for this. You pull out a photo of Emma's corpse, undeniable proof that Emma's dead. With the corpse, we found this. And Emma has been gone since yesterday, right? She hasn't returned home? No. This is all an elaborate lie, right? It's all one of those lies detectives tell, right? You lie all the time, right? You're lying, right? You're lying, right? You're lying, right? Right? Your quivering lips tell her everything. Mrs. Greenwood throws herself at you, hitting you with a shaky arm. First my husband, now my baby? I didn't get to say goodbye to her. She left early yesterday and I was sleeping. I didn't even get to see her face before she... Mrs. Greenwood's cries attack your mind as she tries to hit you with her limp arm. You know that she can't join her crying. If you begin to break down too, it won't be very reassuring to her. She's dead because of you. You didn't protect her. And now you're here offering condolences with that I'm supposed to just take and be fine with? Why can't you people prevent this kind of stuff? Why do you bend over backwards for some, do shack shit for those like my husband, like my baby? Don't you get it? I have nothing now. They were everything and now they're gone. Why did it have to be my baby girl? Why? As much as you hate comparing yourself to the victims in those cases, in this crying woman, you see a young child. A young child who does everything to appease both a dead father and a mother who's dealing with it. You don't like admitting it, but you're not fully over it, even after a decade. That's why you're sitting here, sitting in this room, breaking the news of Emma's death to her poor mother. After the better chunk of an hour, Mrs. Greenwood composes herself, somehow. Over the course of that hour, all you can do was stoically watch as she buried her face in your arms. Mrs. Greenwood stutters with despair in her voice. Oliver, why would you kill her? That's why I'm trying to piece it together. Oh, I phrased that wrong. You knew her so much better than I did, so I figured that she might be able to tell me. I get why you might be reluctant to speak on the matter, and I understand why you would be interested in helping me. When people die, our minds tend to erase all of the negativity surrounding them. No matter how significant their misdeeds, it's what humans do, especially those close to the dead. I can only imagine the emotions that would run through Mrs. Greenwood if you attempted to get her to speak ill of Emma. Oliver, there's no one she'd know that wants to kill her, let alone hurt her that horribly. Her body was mangled so terribly that I didn't even see her as Emma. That's why I believe that this was a personal attack. How much money did Emma usually carry around? Last time that Emma told me how much she said she had 128. Why do you ask? Her body was found with 123. with $5 being spent at her barista job. So the perpetrator wasn't concerned with robbing Emma. In every robbery case I've seen, the victim was left penniless. His murder was personal, I'll bet, judging by how much was done to her. So you're saying that the murderer is someone we know? He definitely could be, but there's always a chance that this was the work of a serial killer. I'm sorry, but I can't think of anyone close enough to us to do this. All of our family lives across the ocean, so we can only see them every now and then. Maybe a neighbor or a classmate? I'm sorry. You will, Mrs. Greenwood, hang your head low in the dreadful silence. Poor woman has so much on her mind right now, of course it would be difficult for her to recall anything. If you weren't so insistent on solving this case as fast as possible, you wouldn't even be here. Wait, I remember something. Emma mentioned it a few days ago. She said that she was walking home from university, but as she was passing by that big fashion store, in the window's reflection, she saw two tall men. That night she came home incredibly late because of how many detours she had to take. Thankfully, she was physically fine. That could be important. Did she tell you anything about their physical appearance? It could be anything from a tattoo to a scar of some kind. She said that one of the men smelled like body spray and that the other was wearing a black hoodie with a brown jacket. I guess that doesn't matter. It doesn't narrow it down that much. Sorry. Don't be. That information actually does help. Many cases have been solved with small details like that. Even if that information described around half of the city's population. I'm gonna need all the information I can get for this case. Well, that's good to know. And what would you say Emma's daily schedule looked like? Well, her schedule yesterday was supposed to be work at Moonbills, go to Libretto University, go on lunch break, work at Moonbills, and then come home. But she never made it to university. Got a call yesterday telling me that she wasn't present. Emma hated school, but she never skipped classes. Her record has been clean ever since she got there. Before you ask, I did call the police. Told them that I was scared for Emma's safety, that I wanted her home safe and sound. I filled out a report and everything. I barely slept last night because no one even updated me on her case. I've been trying to stay hopeful ever since I filed that report, but I didn't even get any confirmation for it if they work on the same case. You realize that had you been working instead of studying or lounging around, could have gotten a hold of Emma's case before she died. Don't dwell on that now. Focus on getting information. Mrs. Greenwood, I understand if you don't trust me with this case, but I want you to know that I'll do everything to bring the perpetrator to justice. I hope you're not just lying to me. I can reassure you that I'm not. Well, in that case, thank you. I know that you will be able to do this. You wonder how long it will take to disappoint her. You have to solve this case. It's not for your sake, then for Mrs. Greenwood's sake. I'm not gonna let Emma's death take over her life. Maybe, just maybe, if you let her death take over your life for a week or so, you can stop it from harming this woman so much. A little bit of pain to you will save her a lifetime of grieving, right? It won't, but if you think it helps, it helps. And this is the end of this chapter. Alright, this is the end of this case. I don't know. I'm more inclined, I don't want to blame the mother, but the way the mother's acting, I would think maybe she's a killer if she suspects that, what was the other lady that died? That lady that came over, that neighbor that came over to their home. Like, she died in actually the exact same fashion that Emma died, and she knew details of it. Like, the police wouldn't share details of like that to the public. So, I don't know, maybe she could have killed Emma because she felt like Emma was taking away all of her from her. That's all I can go off now. She seems like the most highly suspicious, is all I'm gonna say. But thank you guys for watching this video. In the next video, I'll be playing Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is the last chapter for now until the game gets updated for now. So, we'll see how this keeps going along. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.